It's Monday. It's time for Begnaud's America, where we find the heart in every story. CBS News contributor, that's David Begnaud, returns with our Dear David series. Stories that are submitted by viewers just like yourself. Today, he salutes a young forecaster who's being called a lifesaver.
Inside this humble bedroom in Raleigh, North Carolina, is one of the most trusted weather resources in the region.
If you're just joining us, we want you to get in your safe shelter.
North Carolina's Weather Authority.
This kid right here is an absolute treasure.
Meet Ethan Clark, a 22-year-old self-taught forecaster who runs this Facebook page, which has more than 600,000 followers. He posts weather updates regularly and streams live during severe weather.
We've had flash flooding already across a good portion of the mountains.
His round-the-clock updates during major weather events like Hurricane Helene back in September earned him admiration and a reputation as a trusted voice in a crisis. His love for weather started in middle school. At age 10 for Halloween, Ethan dressed like the Weather Channel's Jim Cantore, who is one of his biggest influences. And that was all around the time he started doing his own forecasts on Facebook in the 7th grade.
Dear David,
Leslie Dean wrote to us about Ethan, who she calls the Wonder Kid.
Ethan is an amazing young man and has made such an impact for those of us who follow his page. And I thought, David needs to know about this young man.
I am eternally grateful to him.
Emily Brewer credits Ethan's forecast during Hurricane Helene with helping her to save her parents' lives by evacuating them.
You hear the Mr. Rogers in his neighborhood, right?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers said, in a crisis, look to the helpers. And in this crisis, the helper was a college student.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to continue providing updates for them.
In his dorm room, sitting at his desk, making these forecasts and sharing them with all of us. It's just incredible.
North Carolina's then Attorney General and now Governor-elect Josh Stein awarded Ethan one of the state's highest civilian honors. We wanted to honor him with the help of his biggest fans.
Hi, Ethan. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
So we met him at the Mecca restaurant, Raleigh's oldest dining establishment, and took him upstairs to a room that we filled with 13 locals who trust him.
I love hurricanes. I don't love when it does destruction, but I love the signs of how it goes from a thunderstorm to a hurricane. I love how the process of snow, it's something new every day.
What's very important to you about doing this work?
The biggest importance is giving people the best information they can get, down in layman terms, easy to understand weather forecasting, and I really want to help people.
Do people recognize you in town?
Yeah,
Can I try something? Do you mind if I try something? Do you think somebody will recognize you?
maybe.
You're turning red. I don't know. Let's see.
Maybe not.
Let's see. Excuse me. I apologize. I hate to do this. We're just doing an interview. My name is David. I'm with CBS News. Have any of you heard of the North Carolina Weather Authority? It's a Facebook page.
Yeah.
All of you? How many of you love it? So
Thank you.
here's the deal. This is a room of some of your biggest fans. Everybody in here.
Wow, okay. Awesome.
Everybody in here.
That's awesome.
I am so proud of the work that you've done and just, the lives that you've affected.
Attention that you've always played to the really, really local details, I think is why it all came together for Helene.
People live in these counties and they're often forgotten about, so I don't want them to be forgotten about.
Yeah, I think that's why everybody feels like you're their weather guy. You're not the Raleigh weather guy or the Charlotte weather guy. You're their weather guy because you've reported on all of the places.
Have a seat. Yes.
I'm Emily Brewer. I grew up in Asheville, and no one associates that with destruction. And somehow you, with your clear communication and your level-headedness, you communicated that in a way that I feel so fortunate I saw and was able to act. And I thank you for my parents' lives.
To get the word out.
Everybody got a chance to thank Ethan.
No matter who comes calling, stay in North Carolina.
And we had one more surprise.
We are sending you to the Weather Channel to meet your hero, Jim Cantore.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You're ready to just jump on the air, aren't you? You get the same outfit on,
Yeah.
sport coat, looking
Got it
sharp.
all, right?
Fantastic.
From his bedroom to the bright lights of the Weather Channel, Jim gave Ethan a chance to shine.
Week we have a brief warm-up in another Clipper system with highs in the 40s on Friday and lows in the 20s. David, back to you.
Sweet. Dude, if I had done that good my first time, I wouldn't have had to finish college. No, I'm just kidding.
Go, David and David. The thing that David Begnaud does so well is he takes one story and layers it there, a layer, another layer, another layer, and before you know it, you got a big old lump in your throat.
I'm not sure why, but I'm getting emotional. I'm getting watery-eyed. That was beautiful.
You go, Ethan.
Ethan's got big
David
dreams.
Begnaud.
He's realizing
And then
that,
to get to meet, see how excited he was meeting Jim Cantore.
one of
And
his
then
heroes.
he was a little uncomfortable with all the people that were saying, Ethan,
Yeah,
Ethan,
pawing
Ethan.
over him.
Yes, oh, nice.
That's great. Once again, David, great job.
Very good job. Very good job. And how long do you think Ethan Clark will be broadcasting from his home? I like when they said no matter who comes calling, because guess what, Ethan? People going to be calling
That's
you.
a fact.
Come calling.
Keep
They gonna
CBS
be
in mind.
calling. That's right. If you've got a story to share for our Dear David series, you can email David Begnaud and his team at deardavid@cbsnews.com, or you can reach out to David on social media. He likes that too.